See, from auto industry recovery, I think thanks from demand side, there are a lot of demand in market, at least in the short term. Now it's more about how we are able to support the market through the proper supply chain. So and that's something where everyone needs to really focus on that part. So rolling out the product and just to mitigate any uncertainty on supply chain part. And the moment we are able to fix very quickly, I think from supply side, once it's settled down, things are going to move out very quickly. Yep, that's true, and especially in last 24 odd months, and that's a big concern when it comes to tier 2 and tier 3, especially because tier 1 still they are able to manage the relationship. So I think we really need to have some disruptive products where you can someone can integrate all entire these in one ecosystem, and how the funds can be phased out and can be supported to tier 2 and tier 3 on a more digital platform. And especially personally, I am really bullish on that part. If something can be provided online instead of giving manual access of funds to the supplier, and that's something which is really going to help those set of suppliers. Yeah. See, irrespective of compliance, and especially when it comes to our company MGI, on all the three parts, whether it's environment, social, and governance part. So, like more than almost, we have internal target to achieve a 50% diversity. And I'm not talking about just on the corporate office, on the white collar part. We really want to encourage diversity or female working on shop floor. So today we have female who are in paint shop, in body shop, and doing all the works, and in fact doing a lot of things even better to a certain extent. On EV part, environment part, that's where we are really working, and we really want to create some affordable products for the mass consumer in India as well. And when it comes to governance, there should be no exception to that part. So I think it's not just about compliance, it's something which all the corporates really need to drive all those things. Yeah. See, in current situation, again, as I mentioned earlier, how you give access of these funds to your supplier, that is more important. So because OEMs, they may have funds and they want to disburse this fund, but how your tier 2, tier 3 supplier get the access to these funds, and that is more important, not just arranging the fund. So instead of like some manual conversion process or paying on time, if the supplier, they really want to pay some cost on the financing part, and the funds can be available to them, I think that's something which is really important, and that's something which as an industry we really want to think about it. I think technology is going to play a real big role here. So as I mentioned, coming out from the manual processes, if the platform can be provided to give access of these funds to all these suppliers. Now everyone has this access. So even you go to the rural area, everyone is on smartphone. So if something can be done very seamlessly on the technology part, I'm not talking about the very complex process here about, right? So if very simple access of these funds is given and people are able to access through their smartphone itself, I think that's something which is really going to help them here. See, from regulatory side, I think eventually we are responsible for those regulatory or compliance, and especially when it comes to emission and all those things. So yes, as an industry, we really need to invest on that part, and sometime it gets passed on to customers, sometime we have to observe as well. But at the same time, like when it comes to emission, how differently we can do from like as a market player, right? So when it comes to like emission, what are the alternate solutions we can provide which really help to achieve those targets as well?